Okay, what I was going to show on this video is I've had a few messages, and one guy on one of my videos asked me some questions about the solar charger that I decided to pack out. So I thought I'd just run through it kind of quick and hope it answers a lot of questions. The case itself is a Plano 3600 series Pro Latch stowaway. It does come in that milky cleary color. Maybe you can see this color here. And all I did on the outside was spray paint it with some Krylon. But each one of these panels are rated at 9 volts at 230 milliamps. Now I did run them simply as a positive to positive, negative to negative, retaining 9 volts output, but doubling my milliamps to 460 to here. And I simply secured this to the lid to keep it from forming a binding point and working the wire. So all my flex is in this middle wire here, and it flexes real freely and shouldn't break. Secured it again down here to achieve that. Ran it into a buck converter, which you can feed up to 30 volts into, and then by using the small screw atop this blue block you can control your voltage and turn it down, because I don't need 9 volts. My target was about 7. And you simply have an in, plus, well actually this is plus and that's negative, and you have negative and plus coming out. This buck converter, you can get them off eBay from a seller named B.E.A.U.T.Y.T.I.M.E. F Beauty Time, and he sells them for $3.33, and that may even come with free shipping. I'm not sure on the free shipping part. You can use a resistor here to cut the voltage down, but by using a resistor you're going to lose a lot of your milliamps, or some of your milliamps. By using a buck converter, as you turn your voltage down, it will actually increase your milliamps. Back up here for a second, these panels, I'm very pleased with them. eBay seller name on those would be HEALCORP. They're $6.99 a piece. They had excellent customer service. The initial order was kind of messed up. It was a supplier problem. It was addressed instantaneously. They worked with me while I tried to work out some math whether or not the ones they actually were shipped would work, because these were not the voltage that I originally ordered. And after doing the math, because I originally just had ordered one of a different voltage, doing a little math, I said go ahead and send me 2 of what you have. And they just worked flawlessly through the whole thing. I got them in just record time. They just did a good job. The panels are great. They're not cracked. They're not chipped. Your solder points on the back don't lift off when you apply heat. They didn't even require any kind of rosin or flux or anything like that to adhere. They're great. I like them. Can't say enough about the company. They were just fantastic. Let's get back to this. But now, coming out of my butt connector, if you look really close, I am using a diode to keep them from the batteries from backfeeding in low or no light situation. Now that diode that I'm using is a 1N914 type diode. Get them at Radio Shack. They're only a few dollars, and you can tell you just get a gazillion of them. Should only need one. I've used 2 or 3 with my different experiments just to make sure I was constantly getting a good one. From there, all I did was go there again to Radio Shack and get these battery compartment trays. And you can buy these in single batteries, dual batteries, triple, quads, and I think you can get them bigger than that. But I just wired both battery packs together and then soldered them in up here. Now I can only charge either 4 of these or 4 of these, but not all 8 at one time. Either or. And I can also either charge 1 battery, 2 batteries, 3 batteries, or 4 batteries, and that has a lot to do with my little jumpers, because in this situation, if you don't keep all compartments filled, it doesn't complete the circuit, so I can always use my jumpers to bridge whatever slot I'm not using. Here you may notice some small wires running through this little wall right here. They come and terminate right here, and all that's for is so I can hook my little voltmeter up, positive, negative, and I'll get a readout here in case I need to adjust this if I'm only charging, you know, a lesser number than 4. If I'm only charging 2 or 3 or 1 battery, I'll need to adjust my voltage down to keep from cooking those batteries. So I have these. This will also work if I need to clip onto here. I can clip the jumpers here and charge, per se, a remote battery, a battery, you know, out here. It also, I was going to hardwire my USB port in and mount it, but after thinking about it, I'm just going to probably put some alligator clips on it so I can clip it right there. Now I will have to have 4 of my AA's in here to actually power the cell phone, charge it, or notebook, but at the same time it can be getting charged, replenished at the same time from the solar panel. So I'm just going to leave that as it is for right now. But like I say, these are Radio Shack items, readily available and in different configurations. I've given you the price and the name on this, price and name on that, price and name on that. I do carry a small Phillips screwdriver because in my backpack I have an LED light that requires the back to be removed with screws. I'm not crazy about it, but it's what I got, so I got to be able to service it. Flat blade screwdriver, and that fits this tiny little screw perfectly, and like I say, that'll let me adjust my voltage up or down. My panels are velcroed in, and if the need ever arose, I can pull these out and rewire them positive to negative and so on, and get 18 volts and actually charge slowly a car battery. If I had to, a 12 volt car battery, 18 volts will push 12 volts. With this configuration, going through my buck converter under extreme ideal, absolutely no cloud, bright sunshine, 12 noon, I can achieve 640 milliamps out of this system. And that wasn't my goal. My goal was something that I could use in the woods with trees, a little overcast, some clouds, you know, real world situation that this would probably be used in. And even in those conditions, I can still easily maintain, I believe it's 460 milliamps. And with that configuration, 4 batteries of either type, I can charge in an afternoon. I could actually charge 2 sets of these in an afternoon, the AAA's. AA's at the higher 2200 milliamps, they're going to take you 5-6 hours. So, you know, if you're looking at a solar charger, you really need to look not so much at the voltage it puts out, but how many milliamps that it can supply, because that's going to be your key. And you know, that's just it. You know, I love it. The only downside about this that I'm having is its overall physical size. I'm not concerned about its weight really, but its size is a little bulky for my bag, and it does fit. It fits comfortably, but I do wish it could be smaller. So I'm working on maybe trying to get maybe a nylon case where they'll fold up and I can just attach these directly on the back to sell. I'm just kicking some stuff around. Not saying this is the best thing for everybody out there. It's going to work for me. It allows me to use my flashlights as much or, you know, as I want to. I mean, we can have parties if we want to, and I'll just recharge the next day and we have another party the next night. But it just gives me a lot of freedom. Everything folds up. I just kind of added this kind of a dense pad to protect my panels from everything in these compartments while it's bouncing around in my pack. I just lay it down, fold it over. A little funny sticker for myself. You know, like I say, I'm just not crazy about its overall size, but it works good. I mean, I have no faults in its performance. Thought I'd throw that out there. Maybe it answers some questions for some people. If you need to know more, just send me a message or ask me a question. I'm happy to reply. You know, like I say, it's not for everybody. In some situations, it would be smarter, cheaper, lighter, smaller, just to carry a bunch of batteries. But at some point, you're going to have to stop carrying a bunch of batteries. I watched a video the other night. I think some guy was carrying 24 batteries, 24 AA batteries. This thing doesn't weigh half that. You know, if you think you're going to be out there long enough to need 24 batteries, you need to start thinking about something like this. And like I say, there's a lot of situations where this would be stupid for you. It's more than what you'll ever need. So evaluate your own needs, kick it around. Hopefully something I've said may help you. We're working out something that might, you know, just simply help you. So y'all think about it, kick it around. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.